Hi folks, welcome to Pepe Learning. In this video, we are going to learn about one of the built-in functional interface named predicate. We know the definition of a functional interface. An interface which got one and only one abstract method with any number of static or default methods is called functional interface. Predicate is one of the core built-in functional interfaces in Java 8. It got a method named test. It will take a parameter and return Boolean value. It is widely used in Stream API. It is used to filter the information. It uses generic types as an input. Let us see a program and review it again. I have opened a workspace in Eclipse. It got a project called Java 8 and under a package name com.pp.g8 for Java 8.fun.interfaces, I right click on this package, new class, predicate demo. As this is a demo class, I choose public static void main. Now in this Java source file, I would like to create an interface and use it first. Then I would like to compare it with built-in functional interface named predicate. So I add an interface here in the same source file. So interface, I name it as eligibility, and I would like to mention the name as is allowed. So this is the method name, and which takes a parameter of integer type, say experience years, and the return type is Boolean. As this is a functional interface, I would like to mention functional interface annotation for this specific interface. Now let me try to create a lambda for this and compare it with the predicate built-in functional interface. So I go to the predicate demo class and I create eligibility and mention eligible lambda, and here is the syntax. So open parenthesis, separator, and implementation. The input type is experience years, so I mentioned as experience, and in the body the return type is Boolean, so I choose if experience greater than 5, I return true, else I return false. Now my lambda is ready for this functional interface. I would like to use this. For this, I would like to call eligible lambda dot. The method is allowed and work experience is 7, and this is going to be written Boolean. So I will capture this information in the Boolean. Visa eligibility equal to, let's say now I want to check an employee visa eligibility based on his experience, so I call it as sysout work visa eligibility. So here I mention it as visa eligibility. I save this one, I right click on this, run as Java application. Now you can see the output as work visa eligibility true. Now I would like to use similar functionality with the help of predicate. So I go and create predicate. You can see here predicate is from java.util.function package, and predicate will take a input parameter which is of type integer. So I use integer here, say pre-lambda, so which is predicate lambda equal to, here is the parenthesis, separator and implementation. Now I would like to use the similar one here. Let's say integer experience, I mentioned it as exp, as it is taking a type inference. I need not to mention the type for this, which is by default integer, and if there is only one parameter, parenthesis is optional. Now in the body I would like to use ternary operator, which is, let's say, experience greater than 5 question mark, then return true, semicolon, return false. So this is the syntax for ternary operator. I select this, cut it. Now this body, instead of this body, I would like to keep this piece of code. Now my lambda is ready. I go ahead and call predicate lambda dot. This time the method is test, and I mentioned same, which is 7 years, and try to capture this to a variable called Boolean work visa eligibility, and I can say sysout. I choose the same word here, plus work visa eligibility. When I execute this program, you can see the similar output. See, the first one is coming from custom functional interface created by us, and the second one is coming from built-in functional interface predicate. So ideally, when you know the use case, you can understand the built-in functional interfaces and use it. So here the first one is I have created using the custom functional interface called eligibility. Second one I'm using with the built-in functional interface called predicate. Let us dissect this specific interface and see how it works. I right click on interfaces package, new class, predicate dissect, public static void main, as this is a demo class. Say finish. First I would like to use this predicate without generics. After that I'll use generics. So I say predicate, which is from java.tilde function. I'm taking out the generics. Let's say object predicate equal to new predicate, which is, you can see here, anonymous inner type. I double click on this and take out the generics and implement unimplemented methods. Now I choose this option from the tool. You can see the method which is test, and the input type is object. That means which is generic, which can take any type. Now let me try to show you which is specific. This time predicate, and this time I want to pass it as integer, and specific predicate equal to new predicate, and you can see here anonymous inner type, and this time choose add unimplemented methods, and this time you can see the auto generated code. The method is test and the input parameter is integer type. In the earlier it is object type, it is an integer type, and the return type is boolean. By default the boolean value is false. So this is how you can use predicate. So predicate is one of the core built-in functional interfaces. It is widely used in Stream API, and it is used to filter the information. Now a couple of real-time scenarios are, let's say I want to recruit a couple of people. I got a bunch of resumes, so I want to filter the resumes based on the criteria, let's say the location or pass percentage, and etc. Or else, let's say, give me the orders which is placed through cards. In any of the application, filter is the one of the core functionality which you use multiple times to filter information, to fetch the right information and to process the results. Thanks for watching.